What is going on, guys? My name is Voices. How are you guys all doing? I wanted to bring you guys this gameplay, but I also actually wanted to talk about something more important. The title of this video speaks for itself. I wanted to talk about how to deal with bullies in high school. Now, I was sitting, watching other YouTube videos, thinking about, what I should do for topics, how I should, and I thought about, maybe I should tell people how to deal with bullies, because I dealt with bullies when I was a kid and it just sucked. It sucked so bad. I mean, from being bullied since second grade through high school, and it finally stopped in like senior year, it just sucked so bad. Like, you have no idea. Like, people would make fun of you for wearing glasses, people would make fun of you of your clothes. Any little thing that people want to pick up on, they will try to make fun of you for. And it actually kind of really sucks in a way, because especially if you didn't do anything wrong to them, why are they doing this? And it's running through your head, and why people do this. Well, it's the biggest thing is people are immature, and sometimes it comes out of them. It grows out of them, I should say. It grows out of them in high school, hopefully. Some people never mature, and that's just sad. I feel bad for those people that don't ever mature, because it actually took me a little bit to mature through high school. I mean, didn't pick on people, but I mean, like, you feel when you mature. Like, you don't feel like little dumb things aren't funny anymore. As you become an adult, you're like, okay, this isn't funny. Like, you see kids doing what you thought was funny, and then you're like, they shouldn't be doing that. But I mean, bullying is a bad thing to do, because it can affect people in so many ways. Like, you have no idea. Like, you can scar someone for life by bullying them. If you bully them enough, you'll make them maybe not want to come to school. You'll make them, go into a sane asylum. You never know what you're going to do to a kid, because you never know what you're going to say. And some kids say things before they think them through. They just blurt them out. They don't even process them through their mind on, oh, this might hurt someone's feelings really bad. I might not want to say this. They're kids. They don't care. So I'm basically talking to anyone watching this video who is dealing with bullying, and how to basically ease it and make them stop, or what you can do to make it stop, make the bullying stop, so they don't do it anymore. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. I'm gonna go back to Before I do that though, I'm gonna go back to when I was, in school. People would pick on me for my glasses. People would pick on me because the way I said things. It just was total havoc when I was in high school. It was not, it was back in the 90s, where people didn't really wear glasses that much. When you're a kid and you're wearing glasses in second grade, it's like, you don't see kids wearing glasses that young of an age. Um, but I did, and I acted different around kids. I was quiet. I didn't really talk to much people. I had some friends, but I mean, I didn't have friends, that were hanging out with me all the time. Usually I would just sit in my room, play video games, and that's what I still do today. I still like playing video games. I still hang out with people, but I like playing video games. It's a fun thing for me to do. But basically is, they picked on me because I was quiet. They picked me out. They knew that I wasn't like them. They knew I was different. And like I said, they'll pick any little thing out to start picking on you about. If you're the quiet type, just sitting by yourself, eating lunch by yourself, they're gonna pick that out and a reason to pick on you. They're gonna say, they're gonna walk up to you and say, "Oh, you're eating lunch by yourself. You have no friends." All that stuff. It basically is just, it makes you feel so bad. Like, then stuff starts running through your mind. How do I get more friends? And basically, you need to not let that get to you. You need to be yourself. And if the bullying gets kind of bad, because my bullying was kind of bad. Like, one time, we were in the gym. I was in middle school. I was in like 7th grade. I was in middle school. These guys were throwing the football around in the gym because it was winter time. We really couldn't go outside to throw football. So one of the guys thought it'd be, and I was walking to play some basketball with my friends. Well, one of the guys thought it'd be funny to throw the ball at my face. So he threw the ball at my face, and he hit my face, and like my glasses, like the middle part went up into my nose and cut my nose. I started bleeding. I was crying. It was just awful, and I wanted to kill that kid, literally. The bullying basically got so bad at my school, my parents actually went into the principal's office and told them that they need to do something about it, and they basically did nothing. And that's what's kind of sad about schools nowadays. Schools will do nothing to help bullying sometimes, and that sometimes leads to, kids bringing guns to school, kids fighting other kids, because if the teacher's job is to make sure that the kids are getting along with one another. And if there's two kids that don't get along with one another, they need to split them up. They need to have a talk with them to, make them either A, not act like that anymore, or B, to stay away from each other, or C, try to get along. And if none of that works, well, then the teachers need to figure out some way how to do that. And if they don't, they're not doing their job. And like I said, those lead to, people bringing guns to school, killing people, like we see all the time, or fights breaking out all the time that we see in schools. And sometimes, like I said, those leads to teachers not doing their jobs. So basically, the bullying got so bad, the school didn't do anything about it. My thinking was the next person that did anything to me, I was going to bring a knife to my school and stab the next person that, said anything mean to me or anything. And basically the school was like, I felt the school was like against me, because one time I had trouble with this black girl, and me and her were fighting, and she thought I called her the N-word when I never did. It was kind of ridiculous. And what was more ridiculous is that they had other girls playing along saying I did when I never did myself, because I'm not racist in any type of way. I would never say that to someone. I'm not like that. And the teachers believed them, and I got a week's detention. I thought it was kind of ridiculous. I told my parents multiple times I didn't do it. And I've never done anything like that before, and I was outraged. So basically, I switched schools. That's another way to get bullying to stop, is to switch schools. Start fresh. Try to make new friends there, and do the things that, to stop not getting you bullied again. Or, like I said, just tell the teachers, don't try to handle it yourself, because if you do, it's just going to get worse. I mean, bullying affected my life a lot, and, I don't appreciate it anymore. I don't like it. So many times I've walked back into my old school as a visitor, seen kids picking on another kid, and had to tell them to stop. And I asked, there was this one kid, he was getting picked on by these couple of guys. They were like kind of high school jocks, the jocks, football guys. They had their leather jackets on and all that stuff, and they were picking on this one guy because he was wearing nail polish, because he was like black. He was wearing all black. He was wearing all black clothes. He had different hair than they did. He kind of was like a gothic type of person, and they were pushing him. They were calling him names, and I was like, and I told them, I was like, what are you guys doing? Why are you guys picking on him? They said, because he's different. He is, look at the way he dresses and all that stuff. I'm like, so what? He's not bothering you. Why should that matter? They're like, why does this concern you? I said, because I got bullied as a kid myself, and you have no idea who he is. You have no clue anything. You don't know anything about him. So what gave you the reason to pick on him? He's not bothering you. Leave him alone. Teacher came out and they said, what's going on, yada yada yada, and the guys left him alone. And he walked up to me. I started to walk away. He walked up to me and he said, "Thank you. Those guys have been bullying me because of the way I dress." I'm like, "Well, if this is the way you like to dress, fine, man, whatever. If you're not bothering them, they shouldn't be bothering you." I mean, bullying, is one of the worst things in school. I mean, I have a younger brother, and if any kid bullies him or anything like that, I'll be the first one there to, tell the teachers about it, because bullying does not need to happen. It's not right. Like I said, it can affect a kid in a way that you have no idea. And it also, another thing, it can lead to suicide. I know there's been a lot of people that have just, bullying has affected them so much that they don't want to live anymore. And that's just, sad in a way. Because if, so you see someone kill themselves on the news and you bully that person, you feel like in a way that you've killed that person. And, it might haunt you forever, it might not. You might be like, whatever, I don't care. Some people are cold-hearted like that. But basically, if you're watching this video, I would like to say right now that, like I said, you need to tell the teachers, or you need to tell your parents so they can take care of this problem, so you don't have to feel like no one is, trying to help you, so you feel like you're not alone. Because that's how I felt before. I didn't know what to do. My mom and my dad were not very good parents, to say the least. But yeah, I mean, it's a very touchy subject for some people, bullying, and I just want to say that bullying is not very good. It needs to stop. Like I said, if I see it, I try to make sure that I, step in and say, hey, knock it off. Because like I said, I've gotten in a ton of fights because of bullying, and they just get you into more and more trouble. It just doesn't help or anything. So yes, basically, my point is, if you feel like you're being bullied, or you having trouble at school with other kids picking on you, tell your parents, tell your teachers, tell somebody that so that either they can tell if you're too afraid to tell because you don't want the bullies to beat you up for telling, or something, so you can get the bullies to stop bullying you, because bullying is not right at all. It needs to stop. Teachers need to do a better job on taking care of bullies. They just need to do their job. And I know some people don't do their job, which is kind of sad, because some kids trust you as a teacher to keep them safe. Your job is to keep students safe from the school or from the bullies. So do your job. But I'm about to wrap this up, guys. The video is coming to an end. If you guys have any questions on bullying, have any stories you like to share about your experience for bullying, let me know in the comments below, or send me a message on Xbox. By the way, this gameplay was really old with my old gamer tag. My old gamer tag is Kicks. I'll leave it in the description below, but thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and YouTube, we'll see you later. Peace.